What's going on? My name is Fatima, and I'm a voice catalyst, and I am passionate about helping everyday leaders and purpose-driven entrepreneurs to use their voice to advocate for themselves and others. One message for you that I thought about today. Did you recognize that God uses stress to test you before He blesses you and can trust you with success? God uses stress to test you before He can trust you with success. I have a client who is a phenomenal, just amazing human being. I absolutely love working with her, but she came to me because she was in a space of overwhelm. She is one that is incredibly talented with her craft. People know that she can do the work, and she's craving and carving out like a lane and a path for herself that is just extraordinary, that really I firmly believe that only she can do. She came to me because she had a pitch that was coming up to gather additional funds and sponsorships, right, for things within her business. She's an owner who has been, oh my gosh, working in the business for nearly a decade, actually over a decade, I believe. But she was overwhelmed because she has to be inside of her business day in and day out. If she is not at the business, she's not getting paid. There's the operations management, so the day in and the day out. There's the behind the scenes with accountants and things like that. There's training other people so that she can help to kind of scale her business, and she doesn't have to always be in the business. There's messaging, there's her story. There's so much that she has to do. She was so inundated about working in her business that she was unable to work on her business. And so she came to me. We were able to put together a strategy. And I remember her saying, Fatima, I feel so overwhelmed. Have you and do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel like there are so many things that are happening day in and day out in your business that's like tugging at you and pulling at you, and you literally are hanging on by a thread? It's a very common challenge for many entrepreneurs, especially when you're just starting off, because you have to do most of the time everything on your own until you can actually create and generate enough income in order to offset those expenses and those reoccurring expenses. It's very common. For her, she's been in the business for over a decade or nearly a decade, and so there's still some challenges inside of that, but helping her to overcome that shift and helping her to acknowledge the things that were actually creating the stress helped her to get over that hump. But one thing that I'll get back to is that moment of stress for her, it was a moment of transition that she didn't realize. God will absolutely test you with stress. He will absolutely test you with stress before He will trust you with the success. The things that you're praying for, are you really ready to actually take on and take on the capacity that those things actually require? Are you actually ready? Are you really ready to build a business? Are you really ready to be married? Are you really ready to have children? Are you really ready to have more children? Or are you really ready to move? What is it that you're really trying to do? And are you really ready for the responsibility that next level of success is going to require of you? Because it sounds cute and it looks good, but are you really ready with the character to sustain you when the success actually comes? And so God will absolutely test you with stress before He will trust you with the success and the blessing. And thankfully for her, she just celebrated her 10-year anniversary, and she just has so many other things that are happening in her life that's just starting to drop in a great way for her. And so it's really good to have people who are in your corner, who can speak to you and advocate for you, to yourself, in those moments when you are overwhelmed and stressed and can't really see it. It's a little bit cloudy. So hopefully you have people like that in your corner. If not, you can always write me and we can talk further. But overall, I hope you realize that lesson, that God will absolutely test you with stress before He will trust you with success. I am Fatima. I'm a voice catalyst, and I will talk to you soon.